Hello there, Pisces. Welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. Today we are having a look at November 2024 for all of you singles out there looking for new love. Let's see what the month has in store. We have 2 new moons this month and a full moon. The first new moon is on the 1st of the month in the sign of Scorpio, ruled by Pluto. Can certainly bring in some changes for us in our love life, change our perspective, our outlook on love. It can help us bring healing, a sense of renewal, a sense of rebirth, and it's also an opportunity to, of course, set intentions to manifest love into our life, but also not just any kind of love or acquaintance, perhaps one with a deep emotional connection, a deep emotional bond, with that being Scorpio energy. The second new moon is at the end of the month in the sign of Sagittarius. Very exciting energy. It could bring in a little bit of luck, considering Sagittarius's ruler is Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, expansion, growth, all of those wonderful things. So this can be a very fortuitous new moon to set those intentions. And so it's like, it's very exciting, right? Sagittarian likes freedom, a sense of adventure, trying new things, all that kind of stuff. So it could be an opportunity to switch up how you meet new people, right? Or, maybe even change your thoughts on love, right? Very positive and very optimistic energy is that. So a new moon on the first day of the month and the last day of the month. Right in the middle, we do have a full moon in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and so this can bring about something to fruition for you, and it can be new love potentially here for you. So look back to the new moon that we had in Taurus 6 months ago. What were your intentions? What were you doing at the time? What new? What were you trying to wrap up? What were you trying to change, right? And you can really kind of reflect a little bit and see how far you've come. So some of you could have just the end of a chapter, the end of a cycle. Others of you could be, receiving something around that time. But Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, new beginnings. Can certainly be the things that we find pleasant and sensual. So maybe you're taking care of yourself as well there, right? It's the planet of self-love also. But the Taurus energy, Taurus rules our second house, and our second house has to do with our income, how we make our money, how we spend our money, but also our values, the things we own, the things we possess, but also our personal values and our sense of worth. So maybe you're figuring out and you're stepping into your personal power, and it's like, I know my worth and I'm not going to settle and undermine my own worth or my own values for the sake of love, because is that really love, or is that just settling because I'm afraid of being alone? Right? So you could have some epiphany moment perhaps around that time. We do also have, most significantly, on the 19th, Pluto currently is direct in the sign of Capricorn at the very last critical degree, 29 degrees. And on the 19th, Pluto will enter Aquarius. And this brings about rebellious energy a little bit, also a sense of freedom, personal freedom. This is where we really do leave things behind. We look to the future, and can certainly bring about some change. Pluto in Capricorn has been very slow, very challenging, because Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, right? And now that Pluto is entering an air sign, things are going to speed up a little bit. So if you've been feeling as though you've been walking through quicksand, or that nothing's been happening, it could be that there's been stuff happening in regards to Saturn. Your life lessons, gaining wisdom. It could also be that you've been focused on some personal goals and maybe even some career goals as well. And so with this shift of Pluto into Aquarius, this is where you're shifting your attention, right? And you can certainly be shifting your attention to love. We have unity coming out here for you guys. First, a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love. What a great way to start your reading. All right, so we certainly are changing the energy here. We also have unicorn coming out there. Beautiful. Love this. Success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. Believe in your ability to find and attract love. Believe that you are lovable and that you deserve love, because you are calling it in here in the best of ways. You are a unicorn. You are one of a kind, and you are worthy of love. You can attract whatever kind of love aligns with your personal values and your goals for love and romance, right? We've got unity coming in there. Some of you really do are looking for a commitment, right? Something for the long term, whatever it is that you are looking for out of love, you are attracting towards you. So absolutely beautiful way to start your reading. We have the messenger of water coming in here as well. This is the energy activating for you. All right. So this is awesome. You could certainly be attracting towards you a loving, kind, caring, creative person, maybe a spiritual person here as well. This is where we open the door and we get invitations, offers, opportunities, and our personal power to create. You're receiving news, exchanging messages. Maybe you're meeting someone new, okay, or you are communicating to the universe, setting intentions using the power of those new moons that we've got in the month ahead, using those to set those intentions for love so that you can attract and you can, welcome in and open your heart for loving connections. Absolutely exciting energy. Love and romance certainly are ruling the day for you guys. Absolutely love it. We've got the page of earth coming here as well, and this is the blessings headed your way this month. The page of earth is pages do bring news, do bring new people, new connections, and new opportunities here. So it can be that again, Pluto has been in Capricorn, which is very career oriented, very goal oriented, right? And so the page of earth could be something manifesting in your world. You could be getting some sort of news or discovering an opportunity that has to do with your career path, with your job. Okay. And how does this affect your love life? Well, it does, because we all have other goals in our lives, right? We have real world problems, right? We have bills to pay, we have a roof to put over our head, we have food to put on the table, maybe you've got little mouths to feed, those kind of things. So we do sometimes put love on the back burner because we've got other things that we need to focus on. And so with this page of earth coming in here with the messenger of water, this can be some super good news around your money. And what does this do? This releases you from those goals, because now you've achieved something and now you shift your focus to love. And now it's like, now I feel good. Now I feel better. Now I feel worthy. Okay. Or I feel like I've got everything under control, and now I'm ready to put myself out there. Now I'm ready to welcome someone new into my life, because maybe I just didn't have time before, and that might not have been the focus. So this can be really exciting. The page of earth can also, yes, of course, bring you in some information, bring you in some knowledge, and bring you in new people. It can be an earth sign. You have water sign energy here. You've got earth sign energy here as well. But whichever and certainly new energy here with the page of earth there especially. Okay. So you are calling in new people. You are calling in new connections. And of course, your power to manifest and set those intentions for new love, very, very much on point. You could also potentially have somebody that can help you as well. Our quest and our path to love does not have to be a solitary one. Maybe you've got a single friend, and instead of having to go to, maybe a singles night or something like that all by yourself, maybe you have a friend that can go with you, right? Even if they are maybe newly single, maybe it's good for them to get out of the house, right? Power in numbers, right? But whatever it is, you're willing to try new things and meet new people. And maybe you could potentially hear, there's creative energy coming in here with the messenger of water, and the page of earth can certainly be about learning, right? Very bookwormy. So you could potentially meet new love, okay, by signing up to learn something new, and it could be something creative. So if you think about, maybe you want to learn how to, how to draw, or maybe you want to learn something about woodworking, right? Page of Earth, right? Wood. Or maybe you want to, maybe you just go to your local pub with a friend and they have like one of those paint nights, those art nights or something like that. And, and it's fun and it's lighthearted and people laugh at, how bad some people are at drawing and then marvel at how really good other people are. But it's something that you may have to invest in, you may pay for, but it's something that's fun, something that taps into your creative side and has the potential for you to meet new people, right? But in a fun environment, right? So, and that's just an example because that's just what came in on top of my head, but it can be pretty much anything. So you might want to learn some sort of craft or something like that. You might need to pay for it, okay, but it's probably money well spent, right? And at the very least, even if you don't meet somebody, at least you've gotten out, at least you've socialized, and at least you've tried something different. Right? So it's a win-win-win all around for you there. But certainly some wonderful vibes coming in for you. Now, what is your challenge? The Six of Air. Now, some of you have been through a time, right? The Six of Air is that energy. It's the Six of Swords, right? And in this energy, it's like we've been through troubles, we've been through turbulence, we've been through difficulties and challenges, right? And sometimes the challenge is moving forward from that, right? And trusting and knowing that things are going to get better. And the Six of Air is one of those things. So it's like you're trying to move forward from something, right? And it's not impossible, okay? But it is a little bit of a challenge. And sometimes the challenge is up in our heads, right? And it's like, I've had so much trouble in my love life that I don't even think that, does it have to be this hard, right? And if it's always going to be this hard, why bother? Right? Those kind of thoughts that can sometimes creep in our head. But the Six of Air is an element and is a sign of moving forward. And it's showing you that there is better times ahead. There's calm relationships ahead. There's ones where, where instead of arguing or something being one-sided, we collaborate, we compromise, we find peaceful resolutions to things. And instead of being stuck in arguments and things like that, right, we find a resolution. And so sometimes it's just hard to believe that maybe that's even possible. But the Six of Air is one of moving forward to the future. All right. And a card in our challenge position there doesn't mean it's impossible. It doesn't mean it's topsy-turvy on its head. It's just something that we need to work through, something we need to be aware of, something that we need to work through, and something that we need to recognize. And when we do that, right, then we move forward. Right. So, but the Six of Air can represent, can also represent, perhaps a move. So, with a move, with the Six of Air, the Page of Earth, something new, okay, and the Messenger of Water, something that makes you happy or something that you love. This can represent that maybe some of you do have some moves on the horizon for yourself, whether it's a new job, whether it's moving to a new company, a new position, or maybe you're moving where you live. You got to deal with that move, right, before probably you focus on love, only because this is probably more important to you, right? So for quite a number of people, I do get the feeling, I do get the energy that the first half of the month is a little bit more where we're making the transformations, we're making decisions, and we are bringing in healing, or we're letting things go, or we're doing some important stuff. And then the latter part of the month is really shifting that focus a little bit more to love. But of course, it depends on your situation. And quite a number of signs are getting this very similar message, right? And then let's face it, there is some massive planetary shifts that are coming in for us in the month of November, most specifically Pluto moving into Aquarius. It's a big, big deal, right? A big deal for our future. And it's where we take our power back as well. Power back to the people is rebellious energy, right? But it's for our freedom for the future. So there could be some things along those lines that you have to do first. And then once you finish that up, once you wrap that up, then it's focus on love. Seven of Earth. Seven of Earth is our advice from Spirit. Some of you do have something blossoming for you. It's a time of harvest for you. Something's coming to fruition for you. So don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Keep an open mind. Keep an open heart, especially, okay, and be ready to receive. Others of you, the Seven of Earth energy is a reminder to be patient, but also assess your current situation. Am I happy where I am? Do I feel comfortable and confident? Am I ready to open my heart fully and completely and trust that love is on the way and accept the love when it comes in? Is there something different that I need to do in order to find love and attract love into my life? The Seven of Earth is one of patience, one of assessment, and one of strategy, and perhaps taking an alternate approach. And with all this new energy coming in the month ahead, right, this can say you need to do something new to shake up the energy and improve your chances, improve your possibilities of finding that love. Right? So what new can I do? Right? Is what I'm doing to find love helping me meet new people? And if that path has dried up, time to shift your strategy. All right. But whatever your situation is, this is a time of blossoming abundance in your life, whether it's in your career, your money, whether it's in your love life. But we do need to be patient, and we do need to kind of take a step back a little bit and just assess our situation. Also, with the Seven of Earth here, it's like, Spirit's wanting you to get to know someone, Page of Earth, ask questions, get to know somebody before you jump right into a relationship with 2 feet. Not that there's anything wrong, but I do feel Pisces, you're a romantic, right? And, you're so loving and caring and kind and empathetic that, I feel that some of you may jump into a relationship with both feet, which isn't a bad thing, but perhaps sometimes before really getting to know what person or situation you're jumping into, right? And, it's because you come from a place of love. All right. And so what Spirit is saying here today is take the time to get to know somebody before, before going all in. All right. And, because that by taking your time, this is where we can recognize red flags easier because we're not carried away with the moment, right? But enjoy the moment though, right? But this is also where we forge long-term bonds with people, right? By asking questions about them, by getting to know them on, multiple levels, right? And if it's, and if we like what we see, then we get a little bit more invested and a little bit more invested, right? But rather than being reckless. So you're being asked not to be reckless in that energy. And believe you me, as a person, my Venus is in Pisces. I am an Aquarius sun. I'm a Sagittarius rising. Okay. And my moon is Cancer. So, but with my Venus in Pisces, I'm a closet romantic. Okay. But my Aquarian and my Sagittarian side, I also want my freedom. But believe you me, I have been in long-term relationships with a couple of Pisces. Man, they're hard to shake. But they do tend to go a little bit all in, and sometimes rather quickly, right? And it's like, whoa, back off, Jack. So, it's just a matter of getting to know you, getting to know someone else, and taking your time, because if it's meant to be, it'll stick. And it'll evolve, and it'll head in whatever direction that it's meant to head in, right? So just be a little bit aware of your emotions. They're Pisces, okay? Because they're wonderful and they're beautiful, but sometimes they can get carried away, right? Yes, in love and romance, okay, things can be very wonderful in your world, but sometimes it's a little bit dreamy. Right? So sometimes we're fantasizing about something and not quite always seeing the reality of the situation. Okay. And that's where the Page of Earth comes in, down to reality. Seven of Earth, keep your feet on the ground and a good head on your shoulders while keeping your heart open. Okay. We have here, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Right? Make the effort, put in the time, okay, and allow something to evolve naturally. Also, to meet new people, you got to put in a little bit of effort too. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so some of you could have been working through, and you might still be working through some past energies or beliefs or upbringings around love and relationships. All right. And this is your opportunity to shift that energy around, to heal those things. And it's especially challenging sometimes for people in adulthood for relationships, because essentially our belief systems and things are forged or developed in our childhood and our teenage years, right? And to make change or to make progress or to heal, right, in our adult life, in our adult relationships, sometimes we gotta, hit a few obstacles along that path to recognize what kind of behavior that we are embracing and what we're doing, right? So sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge to shut down that pattern, right? Especially if your upbringing wasn't necessarily perfectly pleasant. Maybe you didn't have, the big happy family and all that kind of stuff. So whatever the situation is, their healing family issues will certainly help you on your path for healthy, happy relationships now and in the future. But sometimes we need to be brutally honest. Pluto being very active in the month of November can certainly help you do that. Pluto brings things from the depths, bring things from the shadow into the light, so we can address, we can work on things, we can heal things, we can let things go, and we can renew our world, renew our life. And we have true love. Love it. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And again, now I know, yeah, thank you. Now I know why Spirit is kind of saying, hey, take your time, assess the situation, learn about yourself and the person, because the romance of a lifetime can certainly be sweep you off your feet kind of energy, right? And again, sometimes it's very easy to get carried away. Not that you shouldn't be excited and happy and, really enjoy the moment. Of course you should. And when the sparks fly, right? But we do still want to ask questions and things like that. It's how we get to know people, okay? Rather than, on multiple levels, not just one level. But true love coming in here for you guys. It's just a matter of timing for you. I'm going to leave all that there for you folks. I hope there was something here for you. So please do like, share, subscribe. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic month ahead, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.